On a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm a 10.
Obviously a 10.
10. 4.
4.
A 10. All of us are 10s.
Let's be honest, you hear this everywhere. People calling themselves a 10, calling their friends a 10, or sometimes even as far as saying they're an 11 or 12 out of 10, which is just absurd. You are not a 10, no one is. In this video, I'll give you 3 reasons why you should stop calling yourself a 10. If you like this video, a like and a sub is appreciated. When you ask someone what they rate themselves and they immediately respond with, I'm a 10 or something higher than that, or you see someone on social media say this about themselves, it leaves a weird taste in your mouth. Usually it's girls, not always. Sometimes you have guys that say this, but that's another level of cockiness. If you call someone else a 10, it's still kind of weird because you're giving them some sort of praise, but when you call yourself that, it's bad. Just like, for example, you say, I'm a fun person, or I'm very loyal, or I'm a good friend. If you say these things out loud, it just comes off as the total opposite. It leaves you with no room for improvement. When you call yourself a 10 out of 10, you're saying that you are the best version of yourself. No, scratch that. You're saying that you're the best out of everyone, because you can't go higher than a 10 essentially. When you say this, you're telling yourself that you can't improve on any of your physical aspects, or even worse, your personality traits and inner self. You are basically saying, hey, I'm the best of my abilities, I don't have to improve anything of myself, I am the best. And the people that genuinely call themselves 15 out of 10 or 20 out of 10, stop it. Go take a long look at yourself and start improving on yourself, because what you're saying is absurd. It gives you this false way of believing in yourself. People could argue that if you give yourself lower than a 10 out of 10, it means that you don't really love yourself. This couldn't be further away from the truth. Let's say you give yourself a 6 out of 10. Reason being, you're overweight, have no social skills and no money. You still love yourself because you have acknowledged these things and you want to improve yourself. If you didn't love yourself, you wouldn't even try and just be stuck calling yourself a 10. Maybe in reality you're a 3 out of 10, but a lot of people are not that hard on themselves, which is okay because you know that you have some way to go before you're at the 10 mark, and that way you can work on yourself, find ways to improve yourself as a human being. Usually the scores under 5 hurt the most to hear, but if you can acknowledge that and work to fix it, your mind and willpower is better than the majority of people on this planet, and I'd like to say congratulations, but sadly you can never become a 10. Nobody can. You can only come very close. Being a 10 is subjective. You can never become a 10. However, you can become a 10 in other people's eyes. The only people I think are the ones that can see you as a 10 are number 1, your soulmate, and 2, your children or grandchildren. This is because a 10 is subjective. Some people see you as a 10 and others don't. If you give them a lot of love and you're constantly trying your best to become a better version of yourself, these people are the first ones to see you as a 10. Don't let this get to your head though. It's just their perception of you, which means they love you very much. You are not a 10. In fact, no one is and no one will ever be. That's the beauty of life, constantly enjoying and trying to become the best version of yourself. If you're a 10, there's literally nothing left for you to improve on and life loses all of its meaning. Don't let this happen. Stop calling yourself a 10. That's the end of this video. If you liked it, a like and a sub is appreciated. If you didn't, as always, write it in the comments and let's talk.